Hello and welcome to this lecture, and in this lecture we will actually make this order item button functional so that when the user actually goes ahead and clicks this button, the item which is over here is going to get ordered by that particular user. So in here, the first thing which we need to do is that we need to go into the activity, which is the single food activity, and in here in the onCreate method itself, we first need to get a reference to the Firebase auth. So I guess we do already have a reference to the Firebase auth, and also we have a reference to the current user as well, because we want to make sure that we insert this value as an order over there. So once these things are with us, we are actually good to go, and we almost have all the data which we need so that we could place the order. So the next thing which we need to do is that we need to go ahead and create a new method for the button click of that particular order button. So if you actually go here, not this one, we actually need to go to the single food item. So this is the one which we are looking for, and the button click for this says order item clicked. So we go over here and create a method which is public void order item, that should be item clicked, and in here what we will do is that we will pass in a view, and after that the next thing which we do is that we first get a reference to the actual database where we want to place the order. So in order to get a reference to the database, what we will do here is that we will go ahead and we'll create a new reference in the onCreate itself. So even before that, let's declare the reference over here. So that's going to be private database reference, that's going to be myref, and after that let's go ahead and get a reference to the database over here. So that's going to be myref, or let's say mref. So mref equals, and that's going to be equal to Firebase database dot get instance dot get reference dot child, and we want to create a child which is named as orders. So once we have a reference to this child over here, we could start adding in values in that particular child. So what we will do here is that we will scroll down and go to the order item button click method and make sure that you have imported the view over here. And once that thing is done, let's create final database reference. That's going to be new order equals mref dot push, and in here we are going to push a few things. But even before that, what we do is that we add an on-click listener to the user data, because we do want to make sure that we add the user data as well. So we are going to use this object over here to add a listener. So we will type in user data dot add value event listener, because we want to get the value from the event listener. So that's going to be new value event listener. And here in the onDataChange method, we are actually going to go ahead and set up the values for the new order. So make sure to have a semicolon over here. So we will type in new order dot child, and you essentially want two things to be displayed into your order. The first one is going to be the item name, and the next one is going to be the username. So we will type item name dot set value, and here we are going to pass in the food name. So let's go ahead and type in food underscore name, and as you could see, we are having an issue over here because we are not able to access this food name over here. So one solution what you could do for this is that you could delete strings from here straight away, and it's always better to declare them at the top so that they could be used in each and every method. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. So here we are going to type in private and string, there's going to be food name, there's going to be food price, there is going to be food description, and the food image. So once this thing is done, we are almost good to go, and as you could see now, our error is going to be resolved as well. So now once you have inserted the food name, next let's go ahead and insert the username as well. So that's going to be new order dot child, and we want to insert it in the username tag and dot set value, and the value is going to be, and now to set value, we actually get the value from the data snapshot. So we type data snapshot dot child, and we are looking for a child with name. So we type name dot get value, and once we get the value, we add an onComplete listener to it. So we'll type dot add onComplete listener, that's going to be new onComplete listener, And what that's going to do is that once the user actually adds up the food, we actually want to redirect him back to the main menu activity. So because once one item is ordered, he might actually want to order another item. So once everything is completed, what we want to do is that we want to redirect user back to the menu activity. So we'll type start activity, new intent. That's going to be current activity, which is single food activity dot this comma the menu activity dot class. So once this thing is done, we are almost good to go. So what we will do here is that we will save the code and try to run this application to see how it works. So let me just save the code and run this app on my device. So as you could see, the application is up and running. So let me just sign in with the email, which is Chris, that should be CHRIS at gmail.com, and the password is going to be demo hopefully. And when I click login, as you could see, we are now redirected to the menu, and let's click on Italian pasta, and here we have it, Italian pasta. And when I click order item, this should be added to the database, and as you could see, we are redirected to menu. That means hopefully everything is added to the database. Now what we will do here is that I'm quickly going to stop the recording and we will check the database entry so as to see if the actual order was added. So I'm going to stop the app, open up Firebase, and as you could see, we have our orders over here. So if I open this thing up, as you could see, we have the item name along with the username. That means Chris has now just ordered pizza. So we are actually successful in processing the user's order. So the next task which we need to do here is that we need to display out these orders to the owner, which is the restaurant owner on the back end. So in the next lecture, we will design the restaurant owner's app so that he will be able to see the current existing orders. So that's it for this lecture, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.